Have you ever seen anything like that before? I mean, you've been watching
No,
football
I've
for
seen
as
I've seen fist fights. I've seen teammates have to be separated. I've seen ejections because like you get suspended mid game or like a coach dismisses you because you're being an asshole. I've never seen a player just straight up just undress and leave like ever in any
yeah,
sport.
and look happy while doing it. I mean, when you think about it, when you really think about the whole Antonio Brown situation, if anybody's probably the most pissed about this, it's probably Tom
100%
because
because he keeps vouching for him.
because Tom brought him on board. Oh, for God's sakes, he let him live in his house while AB was setting up his living arrangements in Tampa. Gives him a golden opportunity to play with one of the best quarterbacks that's ever played the game, to play
Twice.
on to play on a Super Bowl contending team, get a Super Bowl championship out of it, and you respond in this fashion. I mean, at some point you just have to look at it. It's like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, what's the point? Like, I can't really see anything so bad to the point where he just takes off his pads, he throws his shirt, he throws his gloves into the stand and leaves on his own accord in the manner that it happened. Because to me, I watched the minute and a half interaction where he's just going absolutely ballistic on the sideline. I don't think there was anything ever said that would warrant that type of response from him. He just lost it. And he just had this, I'll say it, he had a meltdown. There's no other way to say it. He's had meltdowns in the past, specifically with Pittsburgh. The one where I think he flipped like a water cooler in the middle of the
Yeah.
game, and that was a couple years ago. But this, bro, to quit on your team in the middle of the game when your own offense is on the team, or when your own offense is on the field, and I imagine they probably saw him lead the field. They saw that. They probably won't admit it publicly. They probably watched it like, what's he doing? And the fact of the matter is that somehow, despite all that drama, that Tampa was able to win that game with all of the shenanigans that happened with him leaving that way. It kind of is a testament of like how they're able to somehow compartmentalize all of that drama to somehow get a road win over the Jets. So you got to give Tampa a lot of credit for being able to not wither
They
under the
weathered this
pressure
storm.
and somehow be able to get a huge win. And really, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys like Tyler Johnson, Cyril Grayson. I mean, those guys, and even Brashad Perriman as well. I mean, those guys have been relatively been on the low end of the depth chart for their wide receiving core this year, but they made some huge plays today. And you got to give those guys a lot of credit and a lot of respect for being able to hang in there and rise to the occasion when the moment was brightest in that specific moment when they made those plays. But bro, AB,
Done, bro.
he's done.
Dunzo.
He's done.
Dunzo.
That it's the cardinal sin. It's the number one cardinal sin of any athlete. You do not quit on your team. It's even worse when you do it in the middle of the game. I mean, the only thing I could even really kind of relate it to was the Vontae Davis situation a couple years ago where he retired at halftime. You think those guys were salty? Hell yeah, they were salty. And I imagine Bruce Arians, everybody on that offense, they tried to keep a straight face about it during those post game press conferences. Bro, they're livid. Those
That
guys are
locker room
livid.
conversation, I would have killed to be a fly in that locker room. Like just to hear what the hell they were saying.
Bro, at that point, it's like, bro, like, obviously, you hope that, like, he can get, like, the help that he needs because obviously something is off. But, like, at the same time, they're like, dude, like, screw him.
Yep.
Like, there's no place for him
100%.
here. There's no place for him here anymore. And I really don't see how he can end up on an NFL roster after something like this. We've seen things in the past where guys are able to overcome their transgressions off the field and be a productive member of another team. But this, no, it's over.